Start your video with a powerful dramatic tone, deep authoritative voice like a military commander delivering urgent battlefield intel to the nation. Speak fast, paced with rising intensity on key moments to grab attention immediately. Good evening, Patriots. This is Iron Command Report, breaking live with the news that's shaking the world to its core. Khamenei assassinated. Iran's supreme leader dead. WW3 begins now. Yes, you heard that right. In a stunning precision strike that no one saw coming, the iron fist of justice has finally crushed the head of the Iranian regime. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the ruthless dictator who terrorized the Middle East for decades, is gone, eliminated in a hail of U.S.-Israel airstrikes that lit up the Tehran sky like the 4th of July. This isn't just another drone hit or targeted killing. This is the end of an era, the death knell for Iran's nuclear ambitions, and the spark that could ignite World War III right here in 2026. Let me take you through every detail of this historic moment, step by step, so you know exactly what happened, who's responsible, and what comes next for America, Israel, and the free world. Picture this. It's late February 2026. Tensions are already boiling over after months of Iranian proxy attacks on U.S. bases, Hezbollah rocket barrages on Israel, and Houthi drones swarming the Red Sea. Khamenei, holed up in his fortified bunker complex outside Tehran, thinks he's untouchable. Surrounded by layers of air defenses, human shields, and underground tunnels built with billions in oil money stolen from his own people. But intelligence like you've never seen before changes everything. Mossad and CIA operatives working in perfect sync pinpoint his exact location using satellite imagery, human sources inside the Revolutionary Guard, and cyber hacks into Iran's command network. They know he's there for a secret war council, meeting with top generals, plotting the next phase of their holy war against the West. The green light comes from the highest levels in Washington and Jerusalem. President Trump, fresh off his 2025 re-election landslide, gives the order Iron Fist, execute. Prime Minister Netanyahu, who echoes it with zero hesitation, and at 02:00 hours Tehran time on February 28th, the sky erupts. First wave F-35 stealth fighters from the USS Eisenhower carrier group slice through Iranian radar like a hot knife through butter, jamming every defense system from the Caspian Sea to the Persian Gulf. These ghosts in the sky drop bunker buster bombs weighing 30 0 pounds each, engineered to penetrate 200 feet of reinforced concrete. Boom, the ground shakes for miles as the first impacts hit. Khamenei's command center vanishes in a mushroom cloud of fire and debris. But they don't stop there. Second wave, Israeli Arrow interceptors take out incoming Iranian missiles before they can even launch, while US B-2 bombers from Diego Garcia unleash a barrage of precision-guided munitions on backup sites. Drone swarms follow, Reaper MQ-9s armed with Hellfire missiles, picking off fleeing commanders like fish in a barrel. Khamenei himself, reports confirm from multiple sources including defecting IRG officers, takes a direct hit from a GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator. His body, or what's left of it, is pulled from the rubble hours later by Iranian rescue teams who can't believe their eyes. State media tries to spin it as a heart attack at first, but satellite footage leaked within hours shows the smoking crater where his evil empire once stood. The world wakes up to the news, and chaos erupts. Tehran streets fill with protests, some celebrating the tyrant's fall, others loyalists chanting death to America, while ERG snipers open fire on crowds. President Masoud Pezeshkian calls an emergency session of the Assembly of Experts, but it's too late. The power vacuum is real. Succession plans crumble as top clerics turn on each other in a brutal power grab. Russia scrambles Sukhwa to the Caspian. China condemns the strike in the UN. But let's be honest, they're terrified. This strike wasn't just about Khamenei. It was a message to every axis of evil dictator watching from Moscow to Beijing. America is back, stronger than ever, and we're not playing games anymore. Now let's break down why this happened now, and why it's the most important geopolitical event since 911. Khamenei wasn't just some old cleric hiding behind a beard. He was the puppet master behind 4 decades of terror. Remember the 1983 Beirut barracks bombing that killed 241 U.S. Marines, his orders, the 1996 Khobar Towers attack, 19 airmen dead, Iranian fingerprints all over it. Fast forward to today, he's the one greenlighting Hamas' October 7th massacre, Hezbollah's daily rocket storms, and Houthi attacks sinking billion-dollar ships. Iran under Khamenei became the world's #1 state sponsor of terrorism, funneling $16 billion a year to proxies while their people starve. Nuclear program, they were weeks away from breakout capacity, enough enriched uranium for 10 bombs hidden in Natanz and Fordo. Israel couldn't wait any longer, and neither could we. The timing was perfect. U.S. forces at peak readiness after Trump's military buildup, Israeli Iron Dome and David Sling upgraded to handle hypersonic threats, and Arab allies like Saudi Arabia and UAE quietly cheering from the sidelines. The Abraham Accords turned the region into an anti-Iran alliance overnight. This assassination isn't revenge, it's preemption. Pure strategic genius. But what happens next? Buckle up, because WW3 clock is ticking. Scenario 1, Iran retaliation. Expect massive ballistic missile barrages on Israel. Think 300 Shahab 3s in the first hour, overwhelming even Iron Dome. U.S. bases in Iraq and Syria get hit hard, maybe chemical weapons pulled from Saddam's old stockpiles. Houthis blockade the Strait of Hormuz. Oil prices spike to $200 a barrel overnight. Scenario 2, regime collapse. Protests turn into revolution. The Basij militias crack, but the people rise up. Irq fragments into warlord factions fighting for control. America watches and waits, ready to arm the moderates like Pezeshkian if he pivots west. Scenario 3, the big one. Russia and China activate mutual defense pacts. Putin rolls tanks toward NATO borders while Xi eyes Taiwan. Cyber attacks black out U.S. power grids. Hypersonic missiles test THAAD defenses. But here's the truth: Iron Command report doesn't sugarcoat we're ready. Trump's administration has 500 troops on high alert, 1,200 F-35s fueled up, Ohio-class subs lurking silently with 24 trillion-ton nukes each. Israel has the Jericho Roman, 3 Ike bombs pointed east. And sunny Arab states are buying patriots by the boatload. The free world stands united. Economically, Iran is finished. Sanctions already crippled their economy, now with Khamenei dead. Foreign reserves dry up, black markets explode, hyperinflation hits 500%. China dumps Iranian oil bonds. Russia can't afford to prop them up with Ukraine draining their treasury. Israel emerges stronger. Tourism booms as pilgrims flock to see the miracle of David's victory. America, stock market surges on defense contractor stocks. Lockheed Martin up 15% pre-market as we speak. But let's talk tactics, because Iron Command report gives you the intel others fear to touch. The strike technology used here changes warfare forever. GBU-57 dropped from B2s at 50, 0 feet, GPS guided to within 5 meters, fused with AI targeting from Palantir systems crunching real-time SIGINT. Drones with facial recognition confirmed Khamenei's identity seconds before impact. No collateral, surgical perfection. Iran's S-400 clones, useless junk bought from Russia, blinded by EA-18G growlers. This is fifth-generation dominance, folks. China takes notes, Russia sweats, but they know they can't compete. Now the human cost. Khamenei's death means hope for 80 million Iranians. Women who couldn't drive a few years ago now whisper of freedom. Students tired of morality, police beatings dream of elections that matter. The Persian culture, one of the world's oldest, deserves better than mullah tyranny. But make no mistake, the hardliners want go quietly. Expect terror plots in Europe, lone wolves in U.S. malls, ransomware hitting hospitals. FBI and Homeland Security on highest alert, borders sealed tighter than ever. Travel warnings for the region level 4, do not travel. For you viewers, practical advice. Stock up on essentials if you're near coasts. Monitor DEFCON levels on NORAD feeds. Have a go bag ready with cash, meds, and radio. But don't panic, prepare. America has won wars before and will win this one too. History proves it. Remember Soleimani. Same playbook, drone strike outside Baghdad. Iran screamed then blinked. Khamenei was 10 times bigger, but the result is the same. Dictators fall when they cross the line. What's Iran's next move? Pezeshkian talks tough, but he's a pragmatist. Might sue for peace to save his skin. Hardliners push for nukes, but facilities are next on the target list. By already hinting at Phase 2. Russia. Putin sends condolences publicly but privately furious, lost his last reliable oil client. Xi Jinping calls it aggression but sells more chips to Taiwan in fear. The UN, toothless as always, China vetoes any resolution. Meanwhile, our boys and girls in uniform celebrate quietly. Years of sacrifice from Afghanistan pull out to endless Middle East rotations, finally paying off. Gold Star families get justice today. Heroes like the F-35 pilots who flew into Hell's Mouth, the SEALs running recon on the ground, the cyber warriors flipping Iranian firewalls inside out, they are the Iron Command. Now let's zoom out to the big picture. This assassination redraws the world map. Iran weakened, Israel secure, Sunni Arabs empowered, Shia militias shattered. The road to peace in Ukraine clears as Russia diverts resources. China thinks twice about Taiwan invasion. Trump's doctrine works peace through strength. No more endless wars. Just decisive strikes that end threats permanently. Critics call it assassination. I call it self-defense. When a snake bites your child, you don't negotiate, you crush its head. Khamenei was that snake, and now he's gone. The Middle East breathes easier tonight. For Iron Command Report viewers, this is your daily intel briefing. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications. Because tomorrow we dive deeper into Iranian succession wars, U.S. carrier movements, and satellite maps of the strike zone. Share this with every patriot who needs to know. America first, always. Iron Command report out. Stay vigilant, stay strong. WW3 might be knocking, but we're ready to answer with steel and fire. End transmission.